Hello and welcome. My name is Alan. I'm the Mind Alchemist. And today I wanted to give you a little story about how I manifested not one car, not two cars, not three cars, but many, many cars. I don't look for a car every day, but using the law of attraction, using the Silva method, using all these methods that I've learned over the years, I've manifested many, many cars. And one of the common questions I get is, yeah, I tried it for an hour and it didn't work. I still don't have a car. I still don't have the money. I still don't have the exact body. So let me explain how I manifested, let's say, let's just say the first car that I manifested, because I think I've manifested a few before that as well. But I had a car that I bought. I leased it actually. I leased two cars, one for me and one for my wife. And then one day, I'm like, we're 3 years into the lease, 3.5 years, and in 6 months, I'm going to have to get a new car. Do I want to buy an old car? Do I want to buy a brand new car? If money's not the object, would I buy an old car that someone really loved and took care of, repainted, like made it even better than the original? Or did I want a brand new one with all the bells and whistles? And every time I go to work, I'd be looking on the highway and say, "Oh, that's a really nice old car. I love those vintage cars." And then I'd see a brand new one and say, "Oh, I love one of those." And I played that for about 5 or 6 months. Well, one day, about a month and a half before I had to return the car, I get a call from my mother in law saying, "Hey, guess what? Our company made too much money this year and they gave your father a brand new car. So the Volvo that's sitting in the driveway, there's no room for an extra car there. Would you guys like it?" So I got a brand new Volvo 760. And what was interesting is that even though this car was about 5, 6 years old, it had only 68,000 kilometers, which in US miles is probably zero point 0.6. So about 40,000 miles on it. And I kept that car for quite a few years. Then one day, the car's getting old, it's getting tired. I was having trouble making money and I didn't know what to do about it. So, what I did is I said, okay, now that I have this car that's kind of like breaking down, I want a car with a sunroof that works. Thank you for giving me this car, but the next car I want one with a sunroof that works. And the next one I want all four doors to open so I don't have to slide across from one side to the other to open the door. And I want the radio not to hiss at me. I want it to have really clear sound. And I kept on making a list. I used the contrast of what wasn't working in this car for what was working, what I wanted as a working part of a car. I also I added that I wanted the car to be reliable, I wanted to be newer, I wanted to be in good condition, affordable, and everything else. Well, within 24 hours of doing that, I got hit by a drunk driver. He overturned his car, but he was totally fine. I ended up in the ditch with, you know, um, I would say I wasn't hurt, but I really was because I couldn't move for 6 months. But at the end, the insurance said, okay, well, it's a Volvo, and to replace that Volvo, to fix that Volvo would be way too much money. So we're going to just give you money to buy a brand new car, so go out and buy another car. So that's what I did. I had enough money to buy a brand new car. I got out of an old situation. But it didn't stop there because the next time, again, I was driving my wife's car and I was slowing down at a railroad track. Now, this car, I had already done the mental work saying, listen, this car is about to fall apart. Everything on it is just it's a problem. So I'm driving down the street. I slow down at a railroad track, ready to make a left turn, and someone who was late to pick up his daughter at school tried to pass me on the left. He skidded. He actually damaged my car so badly that it was sort of uh, he damaged the frame, and I thought, oh my God, I can't really drive this. So while I was waiting for the insurance company to tell me what I should do, what I shouldn't do, the mechanic actually, where the body shop where it was towed to, fixed the car, and I said, no, I don't want this car. It's got a bent frame. I do not want this car. Plus, I also knew that everything else was broken on the car. So he said, well, I already fixed it, so I guess I have to give it back to you. And I took it back, and I took it right to the dealership where I bought a brand new car and used this one, which was totally broken, as an exchange. You know, it was absolutely great. And I've done this 3-4 times, but now I don't ask for something bad to happen, because I have manifested a brand new, brand new old car. It was a Subaru Forester, which I'm still driving, but this one had also like something like 70,000 kilometers, which is times 0.6, 30, 42,000 miles or so. And with this car, I had a partner who kept on saying, you know, I never buy new cars. It's such a waste of money. And I'd rather buy an old car with very low mileage in good condition, just a few years old. So I started thinking about that, and I said, I really want to do the same thing. And so I started putting it out there. And then my sister, who's 500 kilometers away, that's about 300 miles US, she calls me up and she says, you know what? I want a brand new car. I've got the money. I'm gonna and I asked her what is she doing with her old car, because that was a car that she only used to go to Florida once a year. It would be a 15-hour, 20-hour trip down, and then she'd go to the beach a few times and then come back. So that's the only time they ever used that car. So after, I don't know, 9 years, 10 years, it had no mileage at all. And yes, I acquired it for, I believe, $6,000. And after now, it's been 8 years. I'm still driving it. It's costing me maybe $1,000 or $2,000 every year for maintenance, for new parts, because it is getting old and it is getting a little rusty. But I think it's going to be good for a little while longer, unless I decide to manifest a brand new car in a different way. So yeah, manifestation sometimes is faster or slower depending on the circumstances, but just know what you want. Ask the universe for what you want, and the universe will bring it to you in the most interesting of ways. I don't say, Silva Method, visualize it, visualize it, visualize it. I mean, I visualized that car on the highway for 6 months while going to work. New car, old car, new car, old car. But you know what? I got my car. And I never in my wildest dreams thought that my mother-in-law would give me a beautiful Volvo with leather seats, sunroof, great stereo system, turbo. It was just wild. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would have it. So if you want to manifest, if you are looking to manifest or need help manifesting, give me a call. My name's Alan. I'm the Mind Alchemist, and I help people through hypnosis, tapping, EFT, law of attraction, dowsing, to get what they want out of life. Okay, wishing you a great day, a great weekend wherever you are, and we'll talk to you on the next video.